All right, let's talk about something we've all struggled with. You know, that one habit you just can't seem to shake. You know it's not good for you, you want to stop, but somehow you just keep doing it. It is one of the most frustrating things ever. But what if I told you it has almost nothing to do with weakness or discipline or willpower? Yeah, you know the feeling. You pick up your phone just to check one quick thing, and poof, an hour is gone. You've just been sucked into that endless vortex of content. Or how about this one? You had a perfectly good, healthy meal all planned out, but then the day gets stressful, and suddenly that bag of chips is just calling to you from the pantry. And of course, the classic. You know you need to sleep. You know you're going to regret it when your alarm goes off, but just one more episode. So what is going on here? Why does this keep happening? This right here is the absolute most important thing to get. Our first instinct is to blame ourselves, right? We think, I'm so lazy, or I just don't have enough self-control. But the real reason is so much more fascinating, and it's all about how our brains are actually wired. So first things first, let's just completely demolish this idea that it's all about willpower. Trying to just force your way out of a bad habit is almost always a losing battle. Why? Because you're not just fighting a craving, you're fighting a biological system that has a completely different agenda than you do. So what is that agenda? What's your brain's real job? Well, I can tell you what it's not. It's not optimized to make you a CEO or help you run a marathon or even make you happy all the time. Nope. Its actual job is much, much more basic than that. And this is the fundamental conflict right here. While the conscious you is thinking about success and health and personal growth, your brain is running this ancient software in the background. And that software has only three main goals: keep you safe, stick to what's familiar, and, this is the big one, use as little energy as possible. And guess what? Bad habits nail all three of those things perfectly. This is the secret code: cognitive efficiency. Just think of your brain as being on a super strict energy budget. Doing something new, something difficult, that costs a lot of energy. But a habit you've done 1,000 times, that's automatic. It's easy. It's practically free from an energy standpoint. So when your brain has a choice, especially when you're tired or stressed, which path is it going to take? Yeah, the easy one, every single time. Okay, so how does any behavior get to be so automatic and free? Well, it's not magic. There's a really simple, incredibly powerful loop happening in your brain that builds and strengthens every single habit you have, whether it's good for you or not. It all comes down to these three simple steps. First, there's the cue. That's the trigger. Maybe it's a time of day, a feeling like boredom, or a specific place. Then comes the routine, which is the habit itself, grabbing your phone, opening the fridge. And finally, you get the reward, the little payoff that makes your brain go, ooh, that felt good. Let's remember to do that again. And the chemical messenger for that reward? It's the famous one, dopamine. Now, we often think of dopamine as the pleasure chemical, but it's more accurate to call it the motivation chemical. When you get a little hit of it, your brain isn't just feeling good, it's learning. It's a little chemical post-it note that says, hey, this action led to a good thing. We should do this more often. Now, here is the crucial piece of the puzzle. The speed of that reward is everything. Checking your phone gives you an instant, unpredictable reward. Eating a donut is an immediate blast of sugar. But the reward for going to the gym or saving money, that's way off in the future. Your brain, being the efficiency expert it is always going to be more tempted by the thing that pays off right now. And it gets even harder when you're stressed. When you're feeling overwhelmed, the logical, long-term planning part of your brain, your prefrontal cortex, kind of goes quiet. Your brain basically shifts into survival mode. And in survival mode, it couldn't care less about your 5-year plan. It wants one thing: fast, easy, reliable comfort. And what's the fastest, easiest source of comfort it knows? You guessed it, that bad habit. So I know this might sound a little bit hopeless, like we're just programmed to fail, but we're absolutely not. The secret isn't to declare war on your brain. The secret is to start working with its programming. You can use this exact same system to your advantage. Let's look at how. This is the new game plan. Forget trying to power through with motivation. That's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It's exhausting and it's gonna pop back up eventually. The real strategy is to become a master of the reward system. You need to give your brain a better offer. And it's a simple 2-part strategy. For the bad habits you want to break, you add friction. You make them harder to do. Put the junk food on a shelf you need a step stool for. Log out of your social media accounts after you use them. On the flip side, for the good habits you want to build, you remove friction. Make them as easy as possible. Lay out your workout clothes before you go to bed. And, this is key, find a way to give yourself an immediate reward. Maybe you only listen to your favorite podcast while you're on a walk. You have to give your brain that feel-good hit right away. So, we've covered the science and the strategies. But honestly, the most powerful change you can make isn't a tactic at all. It's a complete shift in how you think about this whole thing. Your brain is not your enemy. It's not sitting up there trying to sabotage you. It's not malicious. It's an ancient survival machine that is just trying to do the job it was designed for. Your brain defaults to bad habits for a perfectly logical reason. They are efficient. They're familiar, they're low effort, they provide a reliable and immediate reward. From your brain's perspective, they're the smart choice. It's just trying to keep you safe and conserve energy in the best way it knows. And when you really truly get that, everything changes. All that guilt, all that shame you feel when you slip up, it just starts to dissolve. You stop seeing yourself as a weak-willed failure and you start seeing yourself as a human being with a normal human brain. You transform from being your own worst critic into a compassionate scientist of your own behavior. You stop fighting against your brain and you start figuring out how to work with it. And that right there is the mental shift that changes the game entirely. So I'll just leave you with this question. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just think about this framework. What's one small, tiny thing you could do right now to make a good habit just a little bit easier, or a bad habit just a little bit harder? Start there.